Hello, today we're going to go through the de-winterization process on your Oliver camper. Now we're taking a few things in mind as we're going to de-winterize. The camper should still be set up for the winterization mode. Specifically, your bypass valve for your hot water heater should still be in bypass, and your water pump valve configuration should also be set to the winterization mode right now. We will change those valves later, but right now they do still need to be set for winterization mode until we get to the end. Now let's get started. Now what we're going to do is turn the water on and start to fill the fresh tank. This is going to flush out that antifreeze that's in the line, forcing it into the fresh tank. Now of course, since we're still in winterization mode as far as the valves are concerned inside the camper, as we start to fill this, it'll also start to drain out beneath the camper, and that's okay. We'll just let it run for a little while, let it go ahead and mix, dilute that antifreeze down a little bit. Once you feel like you've run enough water through it, you've diluted it, then what we'll do is go ahead and disconnect from the freshwater inlet, and we're going to hook to the city. All right. And then once we hook to the city, we'll go ahead and just turn that water supply back on. Now what we'll want to do is step inside the camper so that we can go ahead and flush everything through the faucets. Now the first thing we will want to do is go ahead and open up the cold water faucet here at the kitchen to run through the fresh water. Once you have run through all of the coolant, then you'll simply switch over and open the hot side and continue to allow it to run until you see fresh water coming out of the faucet. We'll also come to the bathroom faucet and do the same through the cold side. Then we will switch and do the same on the hot water side in the bathroom faucet as well. Here at the outside shower, we'll do the same as we did to the inside. We'll open up the cold line first, flush through the fresh water, making sure that we get all of the antifreeze out of the system. Once we've done that, we'll turn the cold water line back off and open the hot and run it until we have gotten all the antifreeze out of the system. And we will turn the hot water line back off before stowing the outside shower. Now that has flushed all of the antifreeze out of your typical freshwater system. However, the rear winterization port that we use to winterize the camper will still have antifreeze from that port up into the water pump. So it's a good idea to go ahead and connect to that port as well so that we can flush that line empty of all the antifreeze. What we'll need to do is turn the water source off, disconnect our water hose from the city water inlet, and we'll simply connect this water hose to our rear winterization port. Once we get the water hose connected to the rear port, we can go ahead, turn the water source back on. At this point, we will need to go inside the camper again and turn the water pump on to go ahead and allow that water to flush that line out. Back inside the camper, we'll turn the water pump on, and we'll go ahead and open the kitchen faucet so that we can drain that line of antifreeze. Shouldn't take very long. But once you notice the pink antifreeze changing back to fresh water, the line will be flushed. For that line, you will only have to do the cold water side. Once it's flushed, you can go ahead and turn your water pump off. Your Oliver camper has now been de-winterized, but what you may want to do is go ahead and get it set up to use. At this point, you would go ahead and open the access panels on the curb side of the camper. Go ahead and turn the water pump configuration to your desired setup. We're going to go ahead and put it back to the normal configuration mode. This will allow the water pump to pull from the freshwater tank. We'll also go ahead and turn the bypass valve at the water heater to allow water to enter the water heater. And it's as simple as that. Your camper's ready to go. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've learned something about your Oliver travel trailer, and please be sure to check us out online at olivertraveltrailers.com.